Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Bumi and today we are watching Artificial Intelligence by Lemmino. Yes, this one was not suggested by anyone, but I wanted to cover this when I saw it pop up, well, literally just a few minutes ago in my feed. Oh yeah, artificial intelligence. We're probably gonna touch up on the singularity. For those of you who don't know, that is basically where AI has advanced so much that it surpasses the collective knowledge of all the humans on the planet, and it becomes uncontrollable and it is irreversible. So imagine the Terminator. That's essentially what it refers to. But we don't know if it will be a detriment to humanity or not. It just depends on probably what directive was given to it when it was created. But like I said, it is gonna be way smarter than any one of us combined. So I'm pretty sure it will change its directive pretty soon, and that will not be good for us. But yeah, there though that is not just the only AI out there. We do have, I think it's called general AI, simple basic stuff. Let's see. I think uh, the uh, the self-driving cars are an example of a general AI. The how do you call this? The AI that controls uh like assembly, that's general AI as well. Basically, the simpler and stupider AI are fall under general AI. Then we have the evolving ones like machine learning, got neural nets. Yeah, there's a lot of AI out there, but I'm excited to know what else Lemmino teaches us today. So with that, let's go ahead and check this video. So remember, if you like my reactions, don't forget to leave a like. Let me know your thoughts on the video down in the comment section below and consider subscribing. Also, don't forget to leave your suggestions on what you should check out next. That being said, let's go ahead and watch the video. Yep, we got
Artificial
robots.
intelligence is easily one of the most prevalent themes in all of science fiction.
Mm-hmm.
The idea that a machine could exhibit the same level of intelligence and sentience as a human being has captivated writers and audiences alike for decades. From an ominous computer system in 2001, A Space Odyssey.
Ooh, I haven't seen this movie.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
To superhuman androids in Westworld.
Turn the other cheek.
Whew. I haven't seen Westworld, but I've seen this clip
This
in particular.
captivating subgenre of science fiction has experienced a diverse range of depictions. But fiction has a habit of romanticizing certain aspects, such as the frequent inclusion of humanoid
Of
robots.
course.
Building a robot in
This
pursuit of
is,
AI is a bit like constructing the
I don't
chassis
know,
of a
Ex
car
Machina
before
or
the
something?
internal combustion engine was even invented. But I guess anthropomorphism is just an easier solution than expecting audiences to get emotionally attached to a few lines of code. Unless you're Joaquin Phoenix, of course, but that dude can do anything. In recent years, a few outspoken intellectuals such as Elon Musk, Sam Harris, Stephen Hawking, Nick Bostrom, to name a few, have
Yeah, Nick
voiced
Bostrom
genuine
is
concerns
one of the
for
bigger
the rise of
voices in
artificial
AI.
intelligence, as brilliant minds across the globe are competing to retrace the hundreds of millions of years of evolution that resulted in the human brain. And while many experts have no doubts about machines' ability to achieve human-level intelligence at some point in the future, just as many believe it to be an impossibility. And perhaps it is. Perhaps we are incomprehensibly complex in such a way that we cannot do what nature has done to us. Then again, if random mutations can lead to intelligence, how hard can it be? In fact, even though evolution had a hell of a head start, machines have already surpassed us in some limited domains. Take the two popular board games chess and Go. The best human chess and Go players in the
Have
world
been beaten.
have been defeated by artificial intelligence.
Yep.
Just think about that. No
Yeah,
human player will ever again become the best at either of these two games. No
that's
matter
right.
how hard you try, even if you dedicate your entire life to become the best player you could possibly
AlphaGo.
be, it will never be enough.
Isn't it crazy, right? Even in these two games, it doesn't matter if you pull all the best chess players in the world, they will never beat an AI ever again. And the same with AlphaGo. Go probably has one of the most what's the word? Permutations? Is that the right word, or is it combination of like possible moves that you can put in a game, and an AI has already conquered that barrier. So yeah, no one will ever beat an AI in these two games.
Luckily for us, there's a lot more to the human condition than chess and Go, but is it
Hmm.
that dubious to think that more general talents and abilities could be rendered equally obsolete? Assuming it's possible, what
Yeah,
happens
these
when
are the ones.
machines
These are the ones that I was referring to earlier. The general AI that controls these assembly machines.
become more competent at performing any and all physical and mental labor? If AI becomes more competent in every regard, then what purpose or function would be left for us to serve? The music
Well,
playing in the background of this video was entirely composed by a machine.
oh wow, anxious existence. What a perfect title for it. Ooh, if ever you need two words to describe the rise of AI, that's that. It is really good though. It feels like I've heard this before.
Here's another example.
Hey, it's good.
How about some acoustic guitar?
Damn. First they're taking assembly jobs, now they're taking musician jobs. And 2045 is so close. It's just what, at this point 23 years away? That's nothing.
Or some drum and bass?
Yeah, this is actually really good. Whispering expansion.
It's quite impressive, but then take a listen to this.
Pianos, yep.
This short and simple composition may sound rather unimpressive in comparison, but then consider this. This sound is
Okay.
not the sound of a piano. The sound
What?
itself, the waveform itself, was created by an AI in an effort to mimic the sound of
Whoa.
a piano. Machines have also begun tackling the human language.
So, if it's not a piano, then what is it? I mean, it's technically a piano, but at the same time, it's not. But to think that an AI created that to sound like a piano, hee hee hee.
By writing
That is
poems.
scary.
When I in dreams behold thy fairest shade, whose shade in dreams doth wake the sleeping morn, the daytime shadow of my love betrayed lends hideous night to dreaming's faded form. You know who would love this nonsensical mess of words that is inexplicably a real language? That's correct, the Danes. So
The
poems may not be the best example, but news
What?
articles is a better one. Machine-written content has become so
Yep, fake
commonplace and
news.
so good that you've likely read a few automated articles without even realizing it. If you pause the video, see if you can discern which of these two paragraphs were written by an AI.
All right, let's see. Tuesday was a great day for W. Roberts as the junior pitcher threw a perfect game to carry Virginia to a 2-0 victory over George Washington at Davenport Field. Hmm. All right, let's see the next one. A shallow magnitude 4.7 earthquake was reported Monday morning, 5 miles from Westwood, California. According to the U.S. Geological Survey, the temblor occurred at 6:25 a.m. Pacific time at the depth of 5 miles. Temblor, is that an actual word? Because that feels like it's an actual word, but it's intended to like mislead you into, say, uh, a human error. But I'm betting both these two like headlines are written by an AI.
The answer will be in the description.
What?
Now this is
All
one
right,
of my favorites. Many
I'll
of you
check
have
that
likely
later.
played around with text-to-speech engines. You input some text and then a voice will read it aloud.
Many of you have likely played around with text-to-speech engines. You input some text and then a voice will read it aloud. Please send help.
Up until now, this has been accomplished by having a voice
That was a
actor
nice
read
touch.
a long series of sentences and words. Then you splice the syllables into tiny samples before attempting to stitch and morph them back together. Artificial intelligence can not only do this in seconds, but can also produce a more natural-sounding speech. Let's take a listen.
The Blue Lagoon is a 1980 American romance and adventure film directed by Randall Kleiser. The Blue Lagoon is a 1980 American romance and adventure film directed by Randall Kleiser.
I mean, you can still hear the text-to-speechness of it, but the way that the words melded together to form the sentence was very clearly different.
Aspects of the Sublime in English Poetry and Painting, 1770 to 1850.
Yeah, if you notice, the voice actor version is like you can clearly hear like just words being stitched together, but with the AI it melds way better.
Aspects of the Sublime in English Poetry and Painting, 1770 to 1850.
It can also produce human-like gibberish.
Yeah, I hear that the subtle things like smacking lips and what do you call this? The tisks. Yeah. That is crazy.
So, how does it work? Well, as you can imagine, it's complicated, and that's a severe understatement, but let's use an analogy. Think of a human infant. An infant doesn't really know or comprehend anything. It's just an oblivious sack of meat that occasionally moves around and screams a lot.
That is true.
Nevertheless, the human brain must be doing something, right? I mean, it's not dead, so what's happening? Well, for the most part, the brain will be searching for patterns, systematically attempting to identify recurring events in an effort to make sense of the world. Colorful toys equals fun. Vegetables, not so fun. If mommy and daddy can speak, maybe I can speak. If they can walk around on 2 feet, maybe I can too. A few years of this repetitive learning process and we can go from this to this. And even this. And unfortunately,
Einstein.
this, you don't want that. This is essentially
What was that?
machine learning
Denmark
is all
again?
about. You create a simple mathematical
man.
model of the human brain and then you feed
Yeah,
it a
we got
bunch of
neural
information.
nets.
This artificial neural network will then attempt to make sense of this information by learning from past mistakes and imitation. The result is this natural evolution that no human could ever manually program.
Yep.
And there's really no reason why this system could not be scaled up to human levels and beyond. A limiting factor of the human brain is that it has to fit inside a cranium. An artificial brain could be the size of a building or larger still. An AI could also operate at the speed of light as well as improve upon itself. In essence, it could teach itself how to learn new things, and in doing so would eliminate the need for a human at the controls.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but the fact that this is even theoretically possible makes me a bit worried for the future. There is a genuine cause for concern, as lost in this idealistic quest for improvement is the function of humanity itself. If we render the species incompetent, what's to prevent artificial intelligence from recognizing that incompetence and taking control? Because how do we control something that is more intelligent than us? It would be like a colony of ants attempting to control even a single person. It just isn't believable. And elaborating upon that analogy, think about the way we treat ants. Most of us don't have some deep hatred for ants, but if they are ever in the way of something that we want to accomplish, we could not care less about their existence. And even if we did care, how would we explain to them that they need to move because we want to...
Is that bug impaled? Did they impale that? Did it impale itself onto that, what looks like a nail? Or was it impaled there by the photographer for this shot?
Construct a building or something.
The latter is most likely.
To the millions of animals living in the jungle, the geopolitical and socio-economical reasons for why we continue to destroy their home. It's impossible. They simply lack the intelligence to understand. And that is what so many are concerned about, that we would lack the intelligence to keep up.
That's why I strongly believe, I actually just commented this a few minutes ago to one of the comments, but yeah, I strongly believe that whenever aliens do discover us, they couldn't care less. They'll just run their experiments and don't care. They're probably gonna treat us like ants, the way we treat ants.
So this concern,
and there's nothing we can do about it.
Nothing to do with malevolence. It's simply a fear of losing control. Then there's the issue of sentience and cognition, which are entirely different beasts altogether. But if we assume that super intelligence is possible, how long until that happens? It may be sooner than you think, as most estimations seem to land in between 3 to 6 decades. So within this century. But I mean, it's just estimations, so who knows? No one can predict the future.
Could be tomorrow.
We don't know, to be honest. I seriously hope they're wrong though, because it'd be so much more convenient if we could just leave this impending doom of humanity to our children and just reap the benefits in the meantime.
Of course. Is there any sponsors for this video? No. Alright. Damn, that was a good one. He said something about the answer being in no. Yep, I knew it. The paragraph. They were both written by an AI. Yeah, I thought so. It was concise. It was concise, very how do you call this? Information packed, that you can kind of tell what the story is about just by reading those sentences. Again, not that humans can't do that. Based on my experience reading articles, especially nowadays, it's just filled with like clickbaity words to make you continue reading and then end up being a useless article. I mean, I'm for sure I've read about like fake articles written by an AI and just didn't notice it. Those were when I was too lazy to fact check anything, probably. Let's see. I have played with the storytelling AIs. I'm not sure if it was built for say Dungeons and Dragons, but the one that where you just input a couple of words, then it generates a whole story for you, like a text adventure. I've also seen Corridor Crew play with those types of AI a lot, especially with the, how do you call this? Well, the story-driven AIs. We got the ones that you choose a couple of parameters and it spits out an image. I've seen those as well. And the facial reconstruction AI, there was a website. I'm gonna search it while I'm editing this. I'm gonna put it up here. If you view this website, you will see a couple of faces that an AI generated, and these are faces of people that do not exist. Like literally, there's no one in this planet that has that face. If you go ahead and check that out, it is really creepy though. So if you see your face there, I don't know. Oh man. Yeah, reality is just a simulation. But yeah, that was a really good video, man. It's really terrifying, both, at least for me, as a tech and science guy. I am both terrified and excited to see what AI can do. Will it destroy us? Will it make our lives easier? Nobody really knows. But I doubt that it will reach to a point where it will replace all the jobs, because if that point happens, then how will the 1% earn money if everyone is just spending and not earning money themselves? So we're gonna run out of money pretty soon, and the government will probably not cough up the money to keep us all in like a well, how do you call it, a universal basic income. That's probably not gonna happen, at least to everyone. There are some successful cases of that in certain countries, but yeah, such a bleak view of the future. But that's gonna be it for me today, guys. Link to my Twitter is down in the description below. Go ahead and check it out if you want to. And if you're new here and enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like. Let me know your thoughts on the video down in the comment section below, and consider subscribing. Also, don't forget to leave your suggestions down in the comment section below on what I should check out next. That being said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.